I want to start by referring to what happened in Parliament yesterday, which I thought was an absolute disgrace. When there is a bill brought to Parliament or a proposal brought to Parliament, a government can always get it approved because a government by definition normally has a majority and they can get it passed. But the whole point of a Parliament and a debate is to hear the views of the opposition, to see what the proposals are, what the amendments are, and either to accept it or reject it before a vote in Parliament is actually called. And therefore, I thought it was an absolute disgrace that process was not really followed, because it was a very important bill. I want to mention that the Parliament Powers and Privileges Act talks about the freedom of speech and debate. In Section 3 it says there shall be freedom of speech, debate and proceeding in Parliament, and such freedom of speech, debate or proceeding shall not be liable to be impeached or for question in any court of law outside Parliament. So this is not about the freedom of an individual. It was the freedom and the privilege of the House to actually debate a very important thing. Why do I say it's important? I say it's important because the government's revenue, which was more than in the budget estimated at 3.4 billion rupees, is now estimated to come to 2.8 billion rupees. 2,851 billion rupees instead of the originally presented budget last year. And therefore it's falling down. And then in 2024, the new budget proposal says that the increase or the revenue will be rupees billions 4,127. So the difference between the actuals in 2023 and the budget for 2024 is 1,276 billion rupees. Out of this increment, more than half, 56% of the increment is coming out of VAT, which is 720 million rupees. That is why this debate was absolutely important, and it was not permitted, and it is a disgrace that it was not permitted. The International Monetary Fund, in their report on diagnostics and governance, talked about this kind of thing. The civil society in this country talked about governance diagnostics. Why? Because it's a matter of process, not about numbers and budgets. That process must be followed. That is what good governance is. And unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, you did not follow the proper process in actually permitting a debate on this subject. A debate should have been held on this subject. And see, this is what they are talking about when they are talking about governance diagnostics.